Do you remember our cordless 24-volt Miele Complete C2 Extreme Powerline? Wow, she's been doing all right, to be honest. It's been quite fun, but we're missing one key part, which hopefully we'll be able to get to. But first, I want to see if we can perhaps improve it by changing its power plant. If you remember, this is the Bosch Athlete that suicided itself as I was taking it apart and putting it back together, and now doesn't charge, just like every good Bosch Athlete. But the motor works fine, and the motor's quite powerful, so I want to see if we can put this motor into here and have it work with the VAX PCB and battery, which sits in here. Let's have a look and see if this is going to work. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner and abomination chums. How are you today? Yes, our little project is going alright, but I want to try something. I want to see if this Bosch Athlete can pep this up a little bit, because, I mean, it's not bad. Not too bad at all, but these seem more powerful, and I reckon it's probably worth a go. So, for the 27th time, because I've had these apart a lot to try and get them working, we're going to undo all of these screws, take out this part here, and we don't have to be careful anymore because this is now going in the bin. I'm not keeping it because it doesn't work. What we really need though is this motor part here, and actually probably this to a degree, to seal into there. Everything else is, well, scrap really. Again, something on this board has died, which means that it doesn't work anymore, and quite honestly, I don't care. I'm not a fan of them. I would have loved to get one working. The other one's long sold now. I'm just done with a lot of them stupid things. Right, take this out. I still haven't managed to get a bag holder, and looking at the state of this filter, we might need one. Yeah. Ooh. That bag's not sealing too well on there, but we'll worry about that later. We don't have to completely care about that for now. If this works, I shall treat it to a new bag holder. But for now, we won't. Oh, I can't remember how to get into this now. Actually, I think I leave that completely alone. Let's just put that screw back in. Wow. Bit more torque. I think it's these ones that need to come out, and all we need to do is lift up the shell. Oh, we're missing a screw there. Never mind. Ah yes, and there's one here too. Then we should just be able to follow the marks. I've taken this apart 25 times before, which is there and there. Oh, maybe we do need to take this off. And then pop this here. Problem is there's now a ribbon cable going between all of this, like so. I don't really want to take apart, and I don't actually think I'll need to. All I need to do is, you won't see this, so please excuse me, just remove a ribbon cable. There we go, like so, and then the top half comes off of the bottom, and yeah, here we can see our VAX blade motor, and in fact we'll take out the shell of the cord wheel. We can unplug the motor, and actually that can go away, and yeah, all of a sudden we have a nice empty light machine, like so. So yeah, here is our VAX blade motor, which is part of that plastic tube there, and I'm not actually going to be able to use that plastic tube for the Bosch motor because it is wider. I was slightly concerned about that. Oh, I don't think we're going to need that. What I'm going to do is pop this onto here and just offer it up and see what the heck we're going to be able to do. Then we're going to have to get rid of this piece here, which is the original Miele motor bottom part, and then that wheel will sit there. We just now got to find a way to connected up to the back bit so that it will perhaps work. Although, to start with, we're going to see if this will work at all with the vac stuff, because I'm hoping that the plug is exactly the same, so that's good. Then we need, oh, we do need the top bit again now, just to be able to have some buttons. Oh, doesn't like. It doesn't seem to like that very much. Oh, have I broken it, or has it just completely drained the battery? Oh, this might be a no-go straight away, folks. Hang on. I don't think I put that in the wrong plug, in the right plug. Just try again. No. It's trying to turn, and it's only a 19 volt motor, so I would hope it would work. Oh dear. It doesn't like the Bosch motor. That's a pain. They're both double wire motors. They're both, you know, under the voltage that this provides. That's a pain in the bum, folks. That's no fun at all. We're not going to be able to do anything with the Bosch motor. We have to stick to the Vax one. That's a bit of a bummer. Well, that didn't go quite according to plan. We're pretty much back where we were when we started this video. But what can you do? We tried, we failed. It's time to move on and open this, which I bought sort of assuming that we'd have a little bit more power to play with, but never mind. What should be in here is a brand new Miele hose, which should hopefully fit. It did also say it came with a free bent end, but obviously doesn't, because there isn't one on here. As long as it fits the machine though, yeah, that's part one really. That's not too bad, although I now don't have a bent end. See if I can find one elsewhere. Oh, well, that's annoying. That's the second eBay listing I've bought recently that hasn't been what I wanted, but I went and found this, which is actually an older Miele bent end, but one that's probably going to be quite nice because it's nice and short and movable, and oh, there's lots of rubber seals in here. That's odd, I've never seen that, but hopefully we can, yes, untwist this pattern part here. Oh, and of course the hose. Oh dear, no, not going to happen, folks. It's wider. Oh, I am going to have to hunt out an actual Miele bent end. Well, let's try a plan C. I've messaged the eBay seller that I got this from after reading the listing, and it's indeed saying multiple times that it came with a bent end off Phoenix. I found this one, which we got in the job lot of random tools earlier on in the year. Doesn't fully fit the hose, but it fits it enough for this job. Also realised, quite annoyingly, that this pattern hose end doesn't have the little thing that on this generation of Miele the tool holder sits on. Obviously there's no built-in tools on here, there's a caddy that sits there, so that's also rather annoying. But this is a lot nicer than that random white hose that we have. Oh, lots of air leaks out of this. Ooh. Yeah, and we have ourselves now some suction. It's not brilliant suction, but it is suction nonetheless. Here we have a 32mm telescopic wand of a random variety, and then this, my battery powered power head that we got brand new from Barton. We've just got to twist this in to roughly clamp this into place. That will do. And now, all of a sudden, our 24 volt Miele is now, well, quite good. Yeah! Oh, this grooves quite well. And obviously, we can put it onto low power, and the brush roll is now the most loudest part of this is basically just a G-Tech air ramp. But it will pick the bits up, the sticking boost. It needs all the help that it can get. Oh, bless it. This head's trying, but because it's not being pulled down, it's not doing its very best. It's doing something though. Doing something alright. What we can do though is use the floor head that I got out earlier when I was assuming that this hose would have its correct bent end in it. I've had to bodge the adapter in primarily because this neck is actually cracked in there, so it isn't going to be held properly, but something's going to tell me that the power of this isn't going to cause much of a problem. But I'm hoping this is the most sort of EU-y head that I have left. Might stick down. Oh, nothing at all. Ah, dear. What are you doing? Something just not doing a lot, really. Yeah. I was really hoping that Bosch motor would have worked and just provided a little bit more suction. Yeah, this head's skipping around all over the place. It's no different to use than that, really. The last thing that I can think of trying is a hard floor head. We just come this way slightly. Again, this is basically going to be a glorified sweeping brush. Although a bit more, yeah, it's actually doing something. Is it going to actually do something on low? Yeah. Yeah, if you have reason for an ultra quiet cordless vacuum experience, it's that. You just need to not have an awful lot of dirt. Under here, though. Actually, better on hard floors than it is on the carpet. And I'd imagine, yeah, in fact, it's better on the carpet with these brushes. Because the brushes are now doing all of the work. Yeah. Doing alright, I guess. Again, there's just little airflow. Ah, so close, yet so far. I was sort of hoping this part 2 would perk this thing up a treat, and although it's working, I mean, these cordless vacuum cleaners nowadays just don't have a lot of actual airflow. They all rely on their brush rolls and everything else. All the airflow is really there to do is to wick the dust away. I don't think there's an air leak. You can hear it clogging up. It is just what it is. Out of boost mode, there's practically nothing. But, yeah, alongside the help of some of these types of things, it's probably going to be alright, and I guess we're going to have to leave this here. I've emailed the seller on eBay to see if they would perhaps send me the bent end that I bought this for, because I specifically bought this because it had the bent end and it was an offer sent to me from the watch list. You know how it works, that's what makes you buy it. So for now this will do. Please comment down below on what do you think we could use to power this that would be better than the Vax. Part of me is thinking Dyson. However, I was sort of hoping that that Vax battery would run almost anything, and the fact that it didn't spin up the Bosch motor, which must mean the Bosch motor has some more torque. Maybe, you know, it needs a bigger voltage jump to start twisting it, because you can see it tried, it just didn't do it. I'm a little bit worried now that any other motor that we try and just plug into that PCV may also not work. So it may be back to the drawing board on this. We may keep this as it is and hack something else. But yeah, comment down below what cordless vacuum that's quite cheap and has more power than a Vax blade do you think we should use to hack a vacuum cleaner? I don't know, comment down below, but I think for now, barring any more fun ideas, this is as good as this is going to get. So, have you hacked a mains vacuum into a corded vacuum? Cordless vacuum in the past? Do let me know, and yeah, what you use, so I can perhaps borrow the idea and try it out myself. But until then, I and the still current implementation of the 24 volt cordless Miele will see you soon. Bye bye.